Hello my Wolfpack and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Competitive Guide video. So today we're covering Meowstic. Meowstic is a very fun Pokemon to use. I've used it a couple of times with some success. I haven't used it way too many times, but we've also got two forms for Meowstic. So I'm going to do two guides for the male version and two guides for the female version. Now, this is an update video, so if you want to go and check out that previous video prior to the Isle of Armor update, then please do that. There is a card up in the corner. Obviously, I'd recommend you watch this video first and then go and check that out. Also, whilst I'm doing a bit of plugging, I would really appreciate if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, it would just really help me out. I'm feeling a little bit having a bit of difficulty with YouTube at the minute. But yeah, don't need to know about that. We're just going to jump into the video. So today we've got Meowstic. The first Meowstic we're doing is a male Meowstic with Prankster and Leftovers. Leftovers allow for it to heal itself up. Excuse me. Okay, so we have on here Heal Bell. Heal Bell allows for us to get rid of the status conditions on our team. Now let's say that you've been paralyzed or burned or poisoned or you're asleep. This will help you out unless you've got a Guts Pokemon. If you've got a Guts Pokemon, then it could potentially be a problem. So do consider that when running Heal Bell. Second thing we've got is Toxic. Now Toxic allows you to start racking up damage on a variety of different Pokemon. It is a transfer only move, so you will have to transfer a Meowstic with Toxic already taught into the game. But yeah, Toxic allows you to start racking up damage on different Pokemon. It can really cut down walls quite quickly and also stop things from setting up because, honestly, if they're racking up the Toxic, setting up is quite a difficult thing to do. We've then got Psychic, which obviously powerful Psychic stab move, and it hits a variety of different Pokemon. And I've got a Thunderbolt as well. I find that Psychic and Thunderbolt are quite a good combination just for typical coverage on typically Psychic types, but generally on any type. So Psychic and Thunderbolt can work very nicely together. EVs, I've gone for max speed and max HP with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs and special defense. So the Heal Bell and the Toxic are going to go as a priority move. You could always go for like Thunder Wave instead of Toxic if you can't get hold of Toxic. At least I think it learns Thunder Wave. If it learns Thunderbolt, I reckon it learns Thunder Wave. Yeah, it learns Thunder Wave. So you could go for Thunder Wave if you wanted to, or even Yawn as an option. There's options there. If you want to go for them, it's entirely up to you. Moving on to the second Meowstic. Now I've gone for an Infiltrator set. Infiltrator is really cool because it goes behind screens or an Aurora Veil and also goes behind subs, which obviously are not the most common thing in the world, but they are still somewhat common, so having the ability to go behind all that is very handy. We've then got a Choice Spec set. So Choice Specs allow for our base 83 special attack to be raised up a little bit more. I'm so sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Ugh. Excuse me. So move-wise, I've gone for Energy Ball. Energy Ball is powerful grass-type attack. It's a variety of different Pokemon. You have got Psychic. You could also go for Psy Shock if you wanted to. Psy Shock goes on the defense rather than the special defense. So if you've got something along the lines of Chansey coming in trying to wall you, then Psy Shock could be a really good option there as well. Shadow Ball, which just typically will hit Ghost types, for example, because Ghost types are super effective against you. And then Thunderbolt, again, for that bit of coverage on there as well. EVs went for max special attack, max speed with a timid nature, so more speed, less attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. Could go modest if you wanted to, but if you go modest, you are at risk of being slower than base 100 speed Pokemon that are positively invested in their speed. So it's just something you need to consider when building your team, whether you want the speed or whether you want that little bit more power and you can kind of risk taking those hits. Because actually we have got a relatively nice defenses. Like, it's not good, amazing defenses, but they can still allow for a Meowstic to live a hit or two. So now we're moving on to the first female Meowstic. Now, a female Meowstic has a slightly different ability, so rather than having the... I've lost it. I've completely lost what it was. Prankster. Rather than having Prankster as the ability, it has competitive. So the special attack is raised by two stages for each of its stats that are lowered by a foe. Now, in things like VGC, I commonly see Intimidate users, so this can work very well for Meowstic, especially if you want to go for like a more of an attacking set. But yeah, that can definitely work for you. This set I've gone for is a bit more interesting, I think. It is a physical attacking set. Now, base 48 attack is a bit weird. Like, it's a bit low, but we've got Power Up Punch, and I just thought this is a fun gimmicky set to play. And then we've got Assault Vest. I love my Assault Vests. You can run the EVs in this in several different ways, and I'll explain that in just a second. But we've got Assault Vest, then got Infiltrator to allow you to go behind all those subs and Aurora Veils and things again. Power Up Punch, increasing up your attack by one stage each time you use it, and also hits things like Dark types, super effective damage. Play Rough, again, hits Dark types, but it's just a really good coverage move because Fairy types is just really powerful. Sucker Punch is a good Dark type move and has the priority there as well, just in case you need to outspeed something. And then Zen Headbutt, which is a powerful Psychic type attack that is obviously boosted by Stab. So EVs, we've got max attack and max speed with this, or with a Jolly Nature, so more speed, less special attack, and 4 EVs in special defense. But there are plenty of ways to run this. You can go max HP, max attack with an Adamant Nature. You could go max HP, max special defense with a Careful Nature, I want to say. I can never remember whether it's Calm or Careful. It might be Calm, actually. No, it is with a Careful Nature. So with a Careful Nature there, you could go for that option as well. So it's up to you how you decide to run that based on what you're already looking like. And finally, we have got a Dynamax set. So on here, I have gone for a bit of a kind of hybrid between things. I've put competitive as the ability, again, because of things like Intimidate users. They are so common, and that competitive boost will allow you to increase up your special attack by 2 stages. I put Terrain Extender here, and we've also got Expanding Force. So Expanding Force, when you Dynamax, will turn into Max Mindstorm. And Max Mindstorm will set up the Psychic Terrain, allowing for the Expanding Force to do 1.5 times damage when you come back out of Dynamax. So that can work very well. Terrain Extender allows for you to be able to do Expanding Force for longer than you would have done. Energy Ball also can set up the grassy terrain if you need it. So if you have something like Colossal and you're worried about Earthquake, for example, you can set up the grassy terrain instead. Or if you've got a Pokemon with Grassy Glide, that can work as well. So that's an option, or just generic Energy Ball usage. Thunderbolt, again, we're setting up the terrain if you need the electric terrain for any reason. So maybe you've got a Raichu with Surge Surfer in the back or something. But it's up to you what you decide to go for there. It's just those two are pretty good coverage moves. Then I've gone for Nasty Plot. Now when Dynamax, Nasty Plot will turn to Max Guard, so that's something you can use there. And when you're outside of Dynamax, you can use Nasty Plot to increase up your special attack by 2 stages, which honestly can make a huge difference. You could even run this set without the Dynamax aspect. You could just end up with like a Psychic Terrain Pokemon in your team, like NDD, and that would work very nicely for you. EVs for this one, I've gone for max special attack and max speed with a 2 in nature, so more speed, less attack. Could always go for max HP, max special attack if you wanted to, but it's entirely up to you. Anyways, that is all for today, so I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please do like, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Anyways, I'm out of here, so I hope you had a good one, and I will see you in the next video.